Morning everyone, we're over here on the canal path. I'm not here to show you so much the area, although I will. Here's a fishing pond and there's some mountains back there in the background in the distance. Anyhow, I wanted to speak to you something I've shared a time or two on the channel, but every year or so that my channel grows and there's a lot more viewers and people may have not ever found the video or seen it, so I'll like to post a new one. Maybe it's exactly the same or has a little different content or wording for you in case you've seen the other one. But what I find in life that's interesting as you get older and stuff, when you're younger, I'm coming from about 20 to 30, 40, 50, and now I'm 60, and I know people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. So the thing I think about as I've gotten older, and I was aware of it, like I said, in my 20s even, is what's valuable and important in life, and things like that. So the breeze is kicking up. Hopefully it won't be too windy here. I'll step down on the road here if it is. But as I went through life, I talked to different people. I had my own business back in America and worked for a lot of successful people and some rich people, and here people would say all the people I worked for was very rich, so because of the difference in the currency value. But what I like I said, my point of this video is what's rich, what has value and what doesn't so much, and it's completely different than what most people think or how you start off in life. So I started off, I want a car, I want to get a house, I want to get a motorbike, I want to get a good job, I want to make more money, all these types of things that you tend to do when you're 15, 25, 35. But as I went through life and talked to people and started my business when I was in my 20s, early 20s, I would sit down, I knew people that were in their 40s and 50s and then aged to 70, 80, 90 and pass away. And as I would talk to them over the course of 10, 20, 30 years, each one sat down on their bedside or couch with me or chair, and they said, Terry, they said, I can travel, I can buy a car, I can do all the things, anything I really wish. And they said, the thing that I wish for more than any of these other types of things, gold, jewelry, cars, more money, bigger house, is I wish I had more time for my husband as we were married. And I found that very profound. She said, and then they would say, I wish I had more time with the children and stuff. We had to take more vacations or more time hiking or bike riding or doing activities, just more time together. And I thought that was very, not necessarily strange, but I'm thinking of all the things you can think of. These people with money and wisdom in old age, they're thinking of memories. So, and the thing I'm trying to share with you is, think about that as you're going through life, no matter what age you are. Make sure that you make some memories along the way, because money will come and go. Houses, just like out in California recently, all them houses burning out in LA and stuff. Things and money goes up and down and comes and goes, but I said a memory is something you take with you and you cherish. I have memories, seems like yesterday, that happened 30, 40 years ago with people and things. So make sure you're making some memories along the way as you're chasing all these other things. Because again, I've known dozens and dozens, 3 or 4 dozens at least, of different people, and that they've all told me the same thing. Men, women, some of these people have 10, 15, 20 cars, 2 or 3 homes, $500,000, $1 million homes, and each one says, I wish I had made and had more memories, each one. So think about that. Feel free to leave me your story or comment. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I just try to provoke a thought. So I may cut down here because it's getting windy up here in the levee, and it'll be aggravating on the noise. So that's something I've observed as I've gotten older, and even when I was younger, now older, that this is things I've seen. So I was sharing that with my friend here as I was walking down here. It's not as pretty down here, but it'd be less wind. Get through this without, it's not too swampy. Gotta watch my step more, so I was trying to stay up on the levee here. They just constructed this the past year or two, at least this end of it, heading to the boardwalk. So that's something I find quite interesting and stuff. And I was sharing that with people because there's so many people, especially here, I was just rich or had, wanting to have all these things that they see other people having. And that's where I think the Philippines, in my humble opinion, is more wealthy or rich than America. I see families at the end of the day, fishing together, building a house together, doing a lot more things, together here in the Philippines. Going to church together, going to dinner, working as a team, all living together. So I think there's a certain richness with my new way of thinking. So, and a lot of people find that strange because a lot of people in the world, think of the Philippines as a poorer country, which it is, and maybe a so-called third world country, although I don't know. I think areas is like that, but I think the Philippines is up and coming. It's growing and getting more modern in many places, especially the big cities. So I'll get over here in the shade a moment and wrap this up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, what do you think rich and what has value to you? What's your opinions and stuff? So my opinion nowadays is make sure you make some memories, because all the other things you leave behind, I do believe you get to take your memories with you. And I shared that with my father before he passed. I said, Dad, growing up I thought one way, but as I've gotten older, I said, I appreciate you and all your hard work and the things that we did. And I see a different set of values and things that are more meaningful than I did as a 5, 10, 20-year-old. So I get it. So, but that's my thoughts. So make sure you make your memories and evaluate your life as you're living it today, despite whatever age you are. And as you get older, certainly ramp up the time frame, because you're definitely limited. A person that's 20 hopefully has many years to accomplish something. 60, 70, maybe not so much. So I wouldn't gamble as much then. So that's why I try to tell people here, because it's a relatively young population and they always look up to you as an expat, from America. So I said, make sure you're making memories and don't waste your time. And I said, so that's where I'm at, because people's like, oh, you're always such a hurry and wanting to do things and go, why do you walk every day? Why do you ride to, do the things you do? Why do you want to go resort? Because I just feel my time's short and I want to, don't know when the day is. I'm not going to be able to go, and all I know is I can still go and do a few things. So I'm wanting to go and somebody to go with. So, but that's it from Terry's Philippine journey. So like I said, chime in the comments, and please like and subscribe, and that's all I got for you today. So that's it from Terry's Philippine journey. Memories are something you take with you and live forever. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.